Simply Bitcoin. We break down the news from Twitter, the daily fail, the meme review, software releases, and the websites by plebes or plebs. Drop us a like, subscribe. We're going to the numbers. You know the drill. And if you don't, well, this is the drill. We go to the numbers now. At the time of this recording, the block height is 682,452. Bitcoin price 57,410. Chain rewrite days 623. Total lightning capacity 1,266.14. Bitcoin versus gold market cap 8.95%. And sats per dollar, we're still down, which is nice, right? 1,742, but we're not really moving anywhere. It's like, you know, you ever see those movies where, like, you know, an airplane goes and flies into a cloud and then they, you know, they come back and it's like 20 years later, but they really just spent like 10 seconds.
Oh man, like that show, that terrible show.
There was a movie like there was a movie
Lost.
like that.
The show Lost.
Besides
dude.
The Lost, there was another one. There was one way before The Lost for old people like me. I totally forget what it's called. It was some movie that didn't do very well.
Do they fly into the Bermuda Triangle? Is that one? It like freezes.
I don't think they flew into the Bermuda Triangle, but they like kind of, I don't remember what it was.
Oh,
but time was screwed.
Dude, listen.
Nothing happened.
It's so boring that we're talking about old movies.
That's what happened right there. We just brought up a movie that we can't name that maybe sucked. All right.
Yeah, no, it's frozen in time. But listen, the longer we stay consolidated at these levels, Phil, the bigger the pump. That's just how it is.
This is true.
But and the hash rate, I keep telling you guys this because it's important. The hash rate has recovered. Anyways, Phil, it's time for
the daily fail. Okay, so Owie Dieterbob, fellow Bitcoiner and pleb, is obviously not the fail, but I think he voiced this very well. Binance likes to act like Bitcoin is a democracy. LMFAO. Yo, at CZ, you're a fraud and a scammer. Get wrecked, right? And what's he talking about? And I just want to point out, as Nico always notices for me, the Binance account does have a blue check mark. So this is kind of funny, right? So what are they asking about? What's he dumping on? Should Binance pool signal Taproots? Okay. So look. This is actually, I just want to give a little bit more on the details because I thought this was pretty funny because Labrahodl came back and said, I thought this was a parody account at the beginning. And I wrote back and said, it is. because look, regardless of my comment, this ridiculousness, I mean, are you kidding me? Like, are you really trying to pretend that you should have to go out and ask? And I know that people are going to sit there and do this whole, oh, but you know, he's being inclusive and why are you being so toxic and mean? Like, really? Fuck? Honestly, like, this guy's running a business. You honestly think he gives a shit what you think about them signaling for Taproot? Really? I promise you he couldn't give a fuck. Okay? It's just a social circle jerk and he's just pretending to create, he's just creating a narrative and here we are, kumbaya, and I'm going to ask the community what I should do. Anyways, yeah, guy sucks.
Dude.
CZ, like, even, you know what? Even when he did that interview with Michael Saylor, like right away, he wants to drag him into the shit coins.
Because that's how he makes money.
I know, of course. He makes tons of money that way, and he's the most successful exchange, if I'm not mistaken, right now.
Yeah, they're huge.
Right?
They're huge.
Yep, they're huge.
And all because of the United States, right? An American exchange could have been number one, but, the U.S. loves to overregulate, so it gave Binance this huge head start. But you're exactly right, Phil. And, man, look, this is the same guy, Phil, I don't know if you remember this, that tweeted, essentially, when Binance got hacked, he was like, after careful consideration, I decided not to rewrite the chain. As if he could.
Oh, yeah.
He claimed that.
That was great.
He claimed that. So this is the mind. And it's like, it's a power move because it's like, we're Binance. We're the all being, It's like things happen because we allow them to. It's like, man, listen, whether they signal for Taproot or not, it's going to happen anyways, right? If this signaling doesn't get all the way to 90% before the time runs out, a user activated soft forked it is. We've done that before. It is what it is. Binance has no power here, but they're acting like it anyways. The guy was like, when they got hacked, he's like, we could rewrite the chain to get our funds back. Like, the guy's a psychopath. Like he's a shitcoining psychopath, egomaniac. Mike Kaiser calls him, and he's a fiat Bitcoiner. You know, is he? No, he's a shitcoin Bitcoiner. That's what he is. That's a better description. But yeah, man,
he's a phony Bitcoiner.
Absolutely, FUCZ.
Yep.
Ugh. Anyways, Phil, it's time for
the daily meme review.
All right, everybody. The meme for today is brought to us by a meme lord, a legendary meme lord at RD_BTC. If you aren't already following him, then you're not seeing the best memes. Anyway, let's check out the meme. Ultrasound money. Do you understand the meaning of sound money? No. Welcome aboard, Ethereum.
We love RD.
Man,
he's great.
So good.
Oh,
because that was such a special meme, I'm going to give it very special scores. Limited edition Daft Punk Coca-Cola bottles. One for the gold helmet and one for the silver helmet. Anyways, Phil, what about you?
You blew me out of the water this time. Those are good scores. Okay, so look. Great meme. Totally hilarious. Love RD's work, you know, fellow Bitcoiner. And because his work is true, okay, he's a true Bitcoiner, then we're going to give him a true score. That is a BTC Pay server coaster.
Wow.
It's made of cork, by the way. It's made of cork.
It's made of cork. So it's a cork.
It's a cork BTC Pay branded coaster.
Awesome. And 2 special edition Coca-Cola bottles. Awesome scores for an amazing meme.
Authentic scores.
Authentic scores. That's right. But anyways, Phil, it's time for
the Daily News, sponsored by
Crypto Cloaks.
All right, everybody. So another Taproot activation update. We will be giving you these until we figure out what's going to happen. It's not looking good. It looks like it's frozen in time.
No.
And check this out. Check out the pool that didn't do crap. It's Binance pool. So they're waiting for that poll. But and a bunch of other, you know.
Tell us what to do. We want the community.
They're such liars. But look.
Yeah, the shitcoin community is going to go and fucking tell CZ to signal Taproot. Any person that voted on that was a Bitcoiner and told him yes to vote for Taproot.
Exactly.
You know?
Right? It's like, dude, there's so many shitcoiners following that Binance poll. Like, what incentive do they have to better Bitcoin? It defeats the narrative.
Of course.
Anyways, Phil, check this out. Another massive victory. Ray Dalio, which has talked crap about Bitcoin in the past. Well, guess what? Their chief financial officer, John Dalby, left from Ray Dalio's hedge fund, Bridgewater Associates, one of the largest hedge funds in the world. And the appointment of Mr. Dalio comes during a period of rapid growth for NYDIG. NYDIG is the company that we reported yesterday that is offering, they're partnering up with Fidelity to offer banks the ability for people to buy and sell Bitcoin. And those banks have to do that because Cash App and all the other Bitcoin exchangers are absolutely crushing it. Man, Phil, it's like we're getting close to the singularity.
He is the one.
Yeah. What would you say?
Yeah, man. I mean, this is crazy, right? And for the people that don't know, like Bridgewater is a very that is like the gold standard of, you know, that type of institution, right? Like Bridgewater is the place to be. I heard the culture is incredibly difficult, but at the same time, if you're a person that, you know, thrives on, you know, major challenges and stuff like that and grows from that, because yes, a lot of human growth does happen through misery and suffering, then Bridgewater is the place for you. No, in all seriousness, like they're killer at what they do. And there's a reason for that, right? They are rigid and they have a formula and they expect everyone to follow it. You know, that being said, I'm sure this CFO is going to be, you know, thrilled on maybe on a different side to have a different way of doing things. And at the same time being involved in Bitcoin, which really every single day we see more We see more developments like this, right? Like it's not us anymore. It's not the retail people anymore. We're done. Nobody cares about us coming in and buying Bitcoin. It's good for us to do it, but at the end of the day, we are seeing much bigger entities with way more money on the line, looking at this information, looking at the landscape, and staking their claim. So,
yep, man.
Let's go.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Phil, is this a we told you so moment? Is this a simple Bitcoin we told you so moment? It looks like it. And guess what, Phil? In another episode of Bitcoin Humbles All, I'm going to read you this quote with absolutely no context, but I'm going to tell you who it's from. It's from Blankfein, the CEO of Goldman Sachs, and this is what he had to say. They asked him about Bitcoin, of course, and he said, quote, "And so it's not for me. I don't do it. I own no Bitcoin." Well, you know, Goldman didn't want to be involved, but like I said, Bitcoin humbles all. Goldman Sachs leads $15 million CB funding round for Coinmetrics, right? So they're interested. For what reason do you think they would be interested in a Bitcoin metrics company? That's so weird. Let's check out the announcement today. Goldman Sachs internal memo unveils new cryptocurrency trading team. When I say cryptocurrency, I mean Bitcoin and shitcoins. And let's check it out. Goldman Sachs has formally kicked off the cryptocurrency trading era, Bitcoin and shitcoins, on Wall Street. The bank informed its market's personnel on Thursday that a newly elected Bitcoin and shitcoins desk has successfully traded two kinds of Bitcoin-linked derivatives. Let me pause that for a second. That a newly created cryptocurrency desk has successfully traded two kinds of Bitcoin-linked derivatives. It doesn't say cryptocurrency-linked derivatives. It says Bitcoin. Wow. These articles are obviously written by shitcoiners. But anyways, the article goes on to say, Goldman Sachs, a dominant global investment bank for trading fixed income and equities, has been mulling the creation of a Bitcoin trading desk since at least 2017. I'm calling bullshit because this article right here was written in 2018. So if they've been mulling about it, why is the CEO saying it's not for me? So, man, to be fair, he says that in the future, you know, given the historical context, it could happen. But this article saying that they've been mulling over it is BS. Goldman, like every other company, has no choice, or they will get left behind to offer that to their clients to get exposure, because the writing is on the wall. You see a move by JP Morgan. You're seeing moves by giant public companies to acquire Bitcoin. Dude, they couldn't ignore it. And they hate that, but they have no choice. Phil?
So just so people know, Nick Carter is the co-founder of Coinmetrics, right? So people can, so that's kind of interesting, right? Because of, you know, who his father is. You know, in the banking world, and that Goldman Sachs is taking an interest in Coinmetrics. There's also other Bitcoiners that work for Coinmetrics, such as Lucas Nuzzi, who did this really, really nice Lightning node with essentially a TV case, which I'm going to show, even though it's not part of the Daily Fail. Anyways,
super cool. It's super cool.
Just for fun, you know, but like these guys, it's like, look, good for Coinmetrics, right? Good for Coinmetrics. The fact that Goldman Sachs is coming to them, first of all, kind of solidifies Coinmetrics, you know, for what they're doing, right? Number one, in terms of the legacy system, but number two, it's also a way that we can see that Goldman Sachs is eating crow, man. They are not. Look, you know, they don't want to do this. They really don't want to do this. And this is the only way they know how to do it. So,
yeah, man, it's
Lloyd hates Bitcoin. It doesn't work for him. He's one of those people up at the top, close to that spigot. Goldman Sachs, they are some of the first people that get that money, right? Don't forget, in the mortgage crisis, Goldman Sachs was totally fine. They conveniently were not as exposed as the other banks. Not saying there's anything there, but they just weren't.
Man, LOL.
Luck of the draw, I guess. Anyways,
this isn't a laugh. This is like kind of like something weird's going on type of laugh. It's not like I find this funny laugh, even though I do find it funny because these guys are just total scam artists and it's so obvious, but they act like they don't. Anyways, but Phil, check this out. Apparently, there's no inflation.
131 something.
$131. You got 5 bags.
It feels like last year this would have been about $90 for this.
She's not alone. Americans are paying more for the basics. Citrus fruit up 9.8%, bacon up more than 8%, and beef up 7.1%. Gas station prices are up more than 22% from a year ago.
They're as high as they were right before the pandemic.
UCLA senior economist Leo Feller says gas prices fell so low last year it put some oil producers out of business, and production still hasn't caught up as drivers hit the road again. Demand for groceries is up 11% because people hunkered down at home, and that put pressure on suppliers, which drove up food prices.
Okay, so look,
It's all a bunch of fucking hocus pocus.
Remember.
Sorry.
it's anything but, right?
Anything but the money printing.
Anything but this. This, for some
It's
reason.
everything else.
For some reason.
It's everything else.
You know, it's not like this metric has been covered since 1959, and this year it literally went parabolic up, right? But, you know, if you were to listen to the Fed's metric, Phil, apparently it's only 2%, but that's weird that food prices, lumber, houses, you know, and it's almost as if they're the same percentage of inflation that Michael Saylor is saying, about 15 to 20%. But hey, can't criticize it.
Look, Nico, really what we need to do is blame the oil producers, okay? Because they didn't make enough money last year, okay? Because of 1 year. So they didn't make enough. So now everyone else is suffering. So the gas prices have gone up. All of the raw material prices have gone up. Fruits and vegetables, and as we saw, meat has gone up. This is all because of the oil producers, okay? It's everything else but the fact that we're printing tons of money, okay?
Which they shut down.
It's such a, I mean, this is such a load of crap. It's unbelievable.
Dude, they shut down the oil producers because of climate change, remember? Yeah. And they want to raise taxes. It's like as almost they want you to stay poor. It's very weird.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, remember, Phil, remember, guys. You'll own nothing and be happy. 2030 World Economic Forum.
Get ready to eat insects.
Oh, man.
That's the new source of protein.
We're laughing because it sounds like a joke, but no.
We're not joking.
Oh, my God. And if you guys want to avoid all of this and all the BS and blah and, you know, crazy old people signing money and, you know, and this, right? You have to do one thing. Buy Bitcoin. Opt out. That's it. It's that easy. But
fuck this.
Very well said. Phil, there was a software release today. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Software releases. All right, guys. For software today, it looks like we've got Bluewallet version 6.1.0 that was released. And that's down below in the show notes.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. Oh, definitely gotta get that update. I love Bluewallet, bro.
We use Bluewallet. I use Bluewallet.
Yep, we do use Bluewallet because I use it
and I have it connected to my Electrum server before somebody sits there and is like, oh, it's custodial. No, it's connected to my Electrum server, so go freaking pound sand.
Amen, man. And they also give you an ability to connect it to your own node as well. Not only Lightning, but also nodes. So Bluewallet, definitely a fan of what those guys are doing. But anyways, Phil, wait. No, not anyways. Guys, you know what to do. Not Phil. You guys, you know what to do. If you enjoyed the episode, smash that like button. And of course, if you want to continue hearing the news from the Bitcoin flip-flap perspective and the catastrophic shitcoin fails, definitely consider subscribing. And we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Simply Bitcoin.